There are quite a few times, especially in recent memory, when a TV network, especially Cartoon Networks, not to be confused with Cartoon Network, have canceled a show and then immediately regretted it. Like, for example, with Cartoon Network, Steven Universe. They got so pissed about the unskippable scene with Ruby and Sapphire kissing, and so very clearly being in a sapphic relationship, that they canceled the show. Because ooh, censors in other countries, they don't like that. Oh no. So, they canceled the show and, forced it to only be 4 episodes. And then brought it back for a movie. And then brought it back for a sequel series. And now is bringing it back again for a spin-off. Not to mention the games and the books and the comic series and all that. And it's so clear that they regret doing it. So why did they cancel it in the first place? Or one canceled for a similar reason, The Owl House. Dana Terrace put her foot down with the Lumini kiss scene. Disney would refuse to accept it. Canceled the show, made it so that it could only be they only had 3 episodes for season 3. And you can tell they regret it because they keep coming back and doing shit. They have the entirety of season 3 on their YouTube channel. They consistently do those chibi shorts with Luz, Amity, and other characters. And they keep using them. So they obviously regret the fact that they did it. So why did they do it in the first place? Clearly they know it makes them money. So what was the idea? Why did they cancel a show that was making them money? Only to then keep using it and to keep saying, pretty much showing that they know that they shouldn't have canceled it. It's stupid. Or, go back a little bit. Family Guy got canceled twice. And they brought it back. Because Fox knew, oh, wait a second. This is actually making us a lot of money. We should let it keep going. So why did you cancel it both times? What was the point? Yes, part of what brought Family Guy back was the DVD sales. But they already had sales figures for that. So what was the plan? And, they know damn well that they shouldn't ignore Seth MacFarlane's shit. Because you know what happened? After that, after they brought Family Guy back and he started working on American Dad, he showed Fox, okay, look, here's American Dad. They had it for a while. And then decided, no, we don't want it. And so it went to TBS. And then it did really well on TBS. And Fox was like, oh, shit, we did it again. Oh, no. And now it's back on Fox. And then again, for the 5th time, when he did Cleveland show, they're like, okay, no, we can't do it again this time. See about the rights, and that one shat. And that one just shat the floor. What is the point? They clearly know that these shows are highly rated and that people like them. And then they cancel them. And then they're just like, oh, no, that was a good show. That was when people were watching. Why'd we do that? You tell us. You're the ones that did it. It's so blatantly clear that that Cartoon Network wishes they didn't cancel Steven Universe. It's so blatantly clear that Disney wishes they didn't cancel The Owl House just because, oh no, gay people, whatever are we going to do? How are we going to get the $20 in fees from Saudi Arabia if there's women kissing? Oh no! Suck it up. Just air the show and stop being cowards. Who cares if an episode gets missed? Oh no, you can't. They miss a little bit of story. Oh no. Oh well, they'll figure it out eventually. Right? I mean, it's not the only reason that so much, spoilers, the only reason that so much important lore happened in that episode of Steven Universe is specifically because Rebecca Sugar insisted on keeping that scene insisted on keeping that wedding scene in there and doing it the way that she did it. that's the only that's the reason that that the next few episodes end up being so short. That Change Your Mind was what it was. It didn't have to be. If Disney had just, sorry, if Cartoon Network had just let her have the kids as part of whatever episode, then you know what, womp womp. You know, Disney doesn't broadcast it in, you know, whatever countries. Oh well, they're taking away from the viewers. They're taking away from the people who like the show just because. Oh no, not the censors. No. Or the Owl House. What with the Looney kiss scene? They could have very easily just not aired that episode. Sure, it would have cut a lot of the plot out, but if they want the money so fucking bad that they were willing to cancel the show just to appease the international censors, then surely they shouldn't care about cutting out a little bit of story. It's astounding. I mean, I bet a lot of you have seen that Alex Hirsch tweet about how Disney pretends to be, you know, pro-pride, and then as soon as anyone does something that's actually in the way of pride, you know, they reach for a cross and the fucking holy water. It's just insane hypocrisy. And I know that's not that crazy coming from, you know, Disney, of all companies. You know, of course they're going to be hypocrites and do all sorts of bullshit, but come on. At least pretend to follow what you're saying. If two women kissing is such a deep problem for international censors, then let them cut that scene out. Let them cut that scene out. Because what are they doing? They're not hurting your money. They're not hurting your revenue. They're not hurting your profits. They're just hurting the people that are viewing it. And since when the fuck does Disney care about the viewers? Or Cartoon Network? Who cares? You're still making your money. You're still, you know, you're still paying the animators crumbs. So who the fuck cares if people miss some of it? They shouldn't, you shouldn't care. The network shouldn't care. The network shouldn't care. Because they're still getting paid. And they're just pretending that they care about the viewers. They're pretending that they're so sorry. You know, we can't not let them see this. Bullshit. You don't fucking care. You just want an excuse to do some homophobic bullshit. You know? Because if the censors really were pissed about it, if the censors really, you know, if the censors in Saudi Arabia or Egypt or Russia or Iran were really so opposed to the gay kiss scenes, let them cut it out. Because you're not getting fined. You're not forcibly broadcasting it. You're not getting fined. The networks aren't going to get fined for that. Or if they are, it's a percent of 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 the money that they're just making from that country alone. So who cares? Let them cut it out. Let them screw over the viewing experience of the fans because you fucking don't care. Stop pretending as an excuse to be homophobic pieces of shit. Can you guys tell that I really don't like Disney? I mean, I've been boycotting them for a few years. And, you know, that's because of BDS sanctions and everything. And I think that they, as a company, do not deserve to exist. And I wouldn't complain if something horrible happened to their corporate headquarters. Bye.